Hello, hello, hello! How are you all this evening? It's Patmos, and nice of you to join me for yet another video with a little Ostriv series. Just 2 minutes late, since little one has some trouble sleeping, but here we are. Hopefully she falls fast asleep now, and in like 15 minutes, wifey should be home, so then she can take care of her. But I think she's asleep, so that's good. And, well, here we are with our cute little town. And hopefully we can make it look very nice. And we hopefully can get into some of the new industries they've added. Now, I have to be honest, I did not take a look whatsoever. I did not have any time to be on my computer this week. So I have not checked any of the new industries. So that's what we're going to do together. But that should be fun. And, well... our town looks nice. It's harvesting season. Hopefully everything works and we can really deal with all the food issues that we had for a little bit, but I think we can. And then we'll see how things go along. And of course, good evening, Roadhog. Nice of you to be here. I hope all is well. Yeah, you keep a good eye on the Stream Elements bot. Luckily, last time he did not do anything. So that's good. Now, if we want to build this row house, we need to build window glass, and we don't have that yet. So we really need to get working on those industries. So that should be interesting. And, well, let's just take a look what we have. Well, nothing new here so far. No, they're all on a new page. Let's see. This is old, old, old. Here we go. The Ashery produces ash, lye, and potash. Ash is obtained by directly burning tree bark. No additional fuel is required. Each batch of 200 units of bark produces 25 units of ash. Ash can be soaked in water to produce lye. Each batch of 25 lye needs 50 units of ash and 100 units of water. Liquid lye can be used to produce potash by boiling it using firewood. It takes 100 lye and 100 firewood to produce 25 units of potash. Alright, and what are we going to do with the potash then? We'll probably make soap out of that. Soap production is carried out by mixing and boiling tallow with lye. Alright, it takes 50 tallow, lye. Alright, so we can get soap. And, we need potash for the glass. Glass products are made by melting a mix of sand with potash in a kiln. For a batch of 50 units, you'll need 50 sand and 25 potash. You can either use firewood or charcoal as fuel. Products are produced in batches of 50 units, which will take 30 units of charcoal and 100 units of firewood. You can choose which fuel. Alright, interesting. So basically it's a whole production chain that we'll have to get. So that should be fun. That should really be fun. Now, since we going to need a lot of tree bark and stuff, I think the Ashery should go next to our wood industry here. And since we have an unlimited supply of reforested areas, so new logs, this could be a good spot. Maybe we can even do the whole industry here, since we also need some water. But let's just get started with it. Let's get an Ashery, so that at least we can get going with that. I think we should make... oh, it's uneven terrain. We can place it right here. Then we'll leave some road space there. So here comes the Ashery. Now, it needed water, I believe, so we'll have to build a platform there too. There we go. I'm going to move this up because I want to see what it looks like. What I think we can do is at least fence this off a little. We still must not forget that we are trying to make a somewhat beautiful town. So, let's see, are there any new decorations? No. Alright. Click the wrong button there. Should hold the shift key if I want to get more trees going. Yes. Build a tree here too. Now I'll hold off a bit and see what happens. So this should be interesting. So then here we get the Ashery. Now the Soapworks uses lye. That's also produced there, but it also uses tallow, which is produced with the cows. Now my cows are here. Are we producing tallow, or is it only produced its fat? So it probably be produced in the slaughterhouse. Here's my slaughterhouse. I guess as soon as we start to slaughter an animal, we should see some tallow coming in. So one thing I'm going to do is make sure that we have a warehouse here to store some of the goods that we need. Probably also some tallow. Good evening, Kevin. All is well here, except the fact that it's 30 degrees out here, so it's very hot. But besides that, everything is fine. Do we have something new here, by the way? No, it doesn't appear to be. And yeah, all is good here. I hope all is good there too. We're trying to get to some of the new industries. So we are now trying to build the Ashery. And then soon we should also go for the soap works. But I also want a few extra houses. So, but how's Kevin? Alright, let's see, because I think we can just make this fence slightly longer, leave an opening here and then continue with this. And then go this way. Yeah, that's good. Let's plant a few trees along this side too. I have to make this a nice town. There we go. Yep, all okay. Yeah, a little one is good, but it's very hot here. It's the first tropical day. And, well, I guess she's really is a child of her father, because I also struggle with heat. So, when it gets really hot, we have a little bit of trouble sleeping. But she's in my bed now and she's asleep. So that should be good. Let's build a few burial plots, since apparently we ran out. Which is not supposed to happen, of course. Alright, uneven terrain. Yeah, I can see that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uneven terrain. Alright, we'll skip one here then. We'll do 1, 2, 3. We can still make one here. Very good. That works. Let's add a few bushes. There we go. Alright, that looks nice. And we have enough burial plots again. So yeah, we're all fine, but just not made for this intense heat. But in a few days it should be over with the heat, so that should be fine. Oleskiv has a broken hand. Well, that's most unfortunate, but I can't help him right now. So, yeah, we do have a barbery surgeon, so that should be good. And then, hopefully they can fix his hand. That would be nice. Let's take a look at the detailing of the Ashery. This looks interesting. Some nice, interesting pieces here in some sort of a furnace. So I have to say that looks nice. Watching the Dutch hockey team playing Australia. Not going well for your guys. Oh well, I believe we have won like 100 titles in a row with the hockey ladies and the hockey guys. So maybe it's good for those people to lose sometimes. Could be very good for them. Alright, interesting building, this Ashery. And I wonder how it works, so we'll see. Child has been born, very good. We're getting close to 500 people. Should be really interesting. And, well, I guess we should be producing bark. Oh, we have bark here. Alright, that's good. So, while it's built, let's read up. We need bark, and that produces ash. Ash can be soaked in water to produce the lye. So we need bark and water for lye, and then we need firewood or, yeah, to make the potash. Thanks, Roadhog. It's nice to be right sometimes. Alright, here comes the Ashery. I do like this and how they managed to build that first, and now they're building the outside with wood. Totally makes sense that if they have to burn some stuff that you do that in a stone oven. So this very nice detailed building. Sometimes I really want to know where these developers get their research from and what pictures they use, and it must be really interesting. Alright, here we go. Getting further and further, although, well, still quite some work. Yeah, I think especially in sports, if you lose every now and then, it's very good. You stay sharp and you just always, you still want to improve because you're not invincible yet. Once you start to feel invincible, then you can be lazy. Yeah, still some stuff to go, but looks good. I think a little small extra addition to the game should be a little bit more of the inside with like tables and things like that. Maybe they can do a little bit more work with that. That would be amazing. But already the amount of detailing that goes into the furnace here is very nice. But now the whole building is empty besides that. Carts are good. I'm really curious to these new industries. So we have the soapworks plant now too, and I guess we can do the glassworks here too because they all work together. Messenger from the Kachi. Let's sell some charcoal. Can we also sell some of the new goods already? I don't see them anywhere. Let's buy some iron. Anything else we want to sell? I don't think so. No, we don't want to sell anything else. Alright, there we go. Here we have the Ashery and the water platform is ready. That's good. Can put quite a few people to work here. Not enough bark to start ash production. Alright, well, they're going to start production with each and every unit, so that's good. That means that they can really do a good job. Now, I think I want to save a few of these, so let's just put in 3 during the sowing and harvesting seasons. That should be fine. Here comes some of the water, there comes some of the bark. Ah, some firewood. Oh, they're getting busy now. Ooh, a map editor. That would be interesting. Although I have to say, all maps are very well playable. So maybe only the iron map, the map with the iron in it, is the least playable because it has so many hills that you can't build on them. But most of these maps are very good. I just want options to add certain resources to it, but that's it. Here comes some lye. Apparently it's in a water bucket, but it looks different. And here we have some ash, but they're turning that into lye straight away. Interesting. Now we're going to need a lot of bark, so there will be bark in the warehouse. We should get all these products in the warehouse. This would be interesting. I think we can also start to set up the glassworks already then. Sand, potash and fuel. Question is, can we build a sand pit here? Because that would save a lot of time. If there's a way to build a sand... We can't build a sand pit here, but we can build it right here. So that should already save time, because now they can get the sand much closer. Alright, let's build it right there. The glassworks. Maybe we should put the glassworks here then. No. Next to it. Oh, that could be good. I want the glassworks here, actually. Just like this. Yes, there comes the glasswork. Well, that's true, Road Dog, and it's a very nice tool, the map maker in Foundation. But I have to say, these maps are pretty well made, in my opinion. So it's not too much work to actually switch it out or something like that. All right, we have 500 bark in here. There's no need to save ash, I think, but we could save some lye in here. Because we need it for soap too. So getting some lye out of here and put it in the stall here can be very handy. Yeah, let's get some bark and some lye, so these don't have to walk that far anymore. I'm not going to save up on ash. And then soon we'll be getting some soap. Soap production is carried out by mixing boiling tallow. We'll have to get some cow fat with lye. It takes 50 tallow. We get 50 units of soap. Then we'll have to set up soap selling. The sales of soap. Do we still have space for that? Who knows? Should be 2 shops here selling goods. So one of them... Oh, here's still apricots in it. So let's change this one out to soap. So at least we'll get to sell soap. Not that we produce soap yet, but once we do, we can do that. And we first need to start producing glass before we can now build this row house. So this can wait a bit. It's good that we build a few extra houses here. So we are on the right track with our little town. Now it just takes some time to finish those buildings. But the addition of this one, the Ashery, it just looks nice. Seems to work well. We already stock up on some goods. I like this. Very happy with it. I have to say though, it feels a bit like the developers are mainly focusing on the industries, because lastly we had got the brewery, the distiller, now we get the soap works and the glass works. I would very much like it if they would put more effort into the things like health and education, maybe religion, although I don't really know what we should put in there. Maybe in some more government. I don't know, an unemployment agency and stuff like that, or things like that. So I hope they will add some more stuff to all the different types and not just into the whole production. I mean, we have a lot of nice productions. I think it would be nice if we could get a little children's daycare, so you can put your little kids to daycare while they are age 0 to 4 or something like that. And I would like to see those things added to this game. Alright, one more house to go, and then we get to the soapworks. Good evening, Cooper! How are you this evening? I hope it's not as warm as it's here, because it's still 30 degrees here. Getting really hot. I'll be doing a bit more drinking this evening. Just water with a little taste, of course. Yeah, I guess you're right, Kevin. But I guess they have a lot of plants laying around, and they'll probably do what they can. But I would like to see some more advancements in these areas. I think so too, and of course, because they weren't able to do much in like 1.5 years, now they're really catching up, trying to implement new things, and actually the developing rate is now quite quickly. Especially if you consider that it's quite complex to build a whole new system of these buildings, make them all work properly, balance them out, make sure that they can work in an old save game and things like that. So they did a really good job. And I'm not complaining, of course, I just have more ideas for this game. Glad to hear all is good, Cooper. Did you already try out the new industries that they have in this game? We're trying them out right now. We've got the Ashery. which of course produces ash and lye and potash. Did we get any potash yet? I don't think so. We'll have to start stocking up on it, by the way. No, I hit the wrong button there. I had to do this one. Let's go find potash. Yeah, there it is. Let's store 1,000 of that too. Question is, do we have to fill in something? Or liquid lye can be used to produce potash by boiling it using firewood. Alright, it takes 100 lye and 100 firewood. Alright, so what we're going to do now is they're probably stocking up on the lye. As soon as we have 1,000, it'll be stored in here. And with the rest, they can start making potash. That's probably it. But we're also running out of bark all the time, so I'm going to produce some extra bark in this one too. That's one of the issues that we have at this point. We're not producing enough bark. That's the case. Alright. Well, let's make sure that we produce enough bark so this can start all over again. Here comes the other house. We're getting close to another sowing season. That should be interesting. Ah, okay. Very nice. Very nice. Map 8. That's an interesting map, right? I'm going to check it. Ah, yeah, this one. Really interesting with the big pile of water. That's cool. Alright, well. Then we can give you a little sneak peek into the new industries this episode. And then once you get to it, you can just build them. I have not taken a look at this before, so we're just getting along with the new industries, trying to see how they work and what we need with them. You do need a lot of bark and firewood and water for the Ashery, so make sure you build it close to the water and your foresters. Just a little free tip from me. Alright, let's get the sandworks up here too. And we're just not developing our city right now, so we should be developing more housing. Especially in this area with the farms, so let's get going here. Let's make sure we build a few extra homes. Put the houses all the way in the front again. Let's give these guys reasonable sized gardens. We'll turn their houses again. Alright, there we go. That's one. Let's build another one. Two. And number 3. Interesting, when we turned out the main house, that next time we start to build this, it turns the entrance too. That's interesting. Alright, here we go. 3 more houses. Now we'll do the same on this side. Need to keep developing our town, getting more people in to do all the different jobs that we have. Get a messenger in. One from Merefa and one from Balaklia. Do we have anything to buy? Yes, let's buy some weed. Do we have anything to sell? No, not iron. Maybe some salt. Yeah, oh, we have plenty of salt. Let's sell some salt. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the fisheries, you have to build a lot of fisheries to actually produce a decent amount of fish. And they take up a lot of laborers. And of course, you can't use them all year round. So it's not the most efficient way of getting food for your town. Very hard, especially if you start to have a bigger town like we have right now, to actually have enough fish produced the whole year round. I'm not a big fan of the fisheries. I think they should be balanced a bit, that they produce just a bit more stuff. But that's my opinion. Alright, they're building the soap factory. let's take a look at it. We can see a similar sort of oven with these big bowls that they've created in it, where they can boil stuff. Looks interesting again. It's a pretty big factory. And the snow is melting now, so we can soon already see we can soon really see what the buildings look like when it's not the winter time, which is nice. There we go. Will take some time. We have some bark, some lye on the way. Looks very good. Let's hope these trees grow up quickly, because then they can start to cut these, and that will help out big time, because these are having quite the walk to do to get to some actual trees to chop. Alright, ooh, look at this. They really make works of the inside here too, with these big, I don't know what you call them. Big wooden tanks to put the soap in and boil it, I guess. Looks very nice. One of the first buildings, I think, where there's really some interior into it, besides the chimney with the whole furnace and stuff. Really cool. And yeah, still some work. They're getting the beams up for the roof. Should have a wooden roof, I guess. Yeah, no thatch, so this is going to be a wooden roof. I like it. Well, I like that. I like it when you just have to work your way through a forest and things like that, and just take your time building and enjoy the game a lot. It's much more fun on speed 2 than on speed 3, because then it's just rushing the game. So you'll have a great time. We should move the row house. Alright, here comes the soapworks. There it is. Let's put people in there. Already 6 people again. Alright, the soapworks needs boiling tallow, so we need cow fat and lye. So I guess we also need to take a look at our workers by carts, laborers by carts, and the carter can fill it up. Guess it's time to slaughter a few. Ooh, whoa, look at this row of sheep. Sheep train. Chugga chugga choot. There he goes. Look at that. Well, these are well-trained sheep. These already were in the pasture, now these are all coming. Very nice. Alright, well, the sheepies are in. Let's take a look at our cows, because I think we have to slaughter a few to actually get some cow fat. So let's slaughter this one. We finally have some bulls that we can actually slaughter, so that's good. That hopefully helps out a bit. Whoa, look at all these oxen. All they've been creating is oxen. Well, that provides enough to slaughter, so that's good. Do we have people there? Yes. Ooh, sheep hides, mutton, cow hides, tallow. Yes, we have some tallow. Very good, very good. I don't like the white lines, but it is what it is. Here comes some lye, some firewood, and some tallow. Boiling tallow with lye. Alright, that's very good. Let's take a look at what the soaps look like. Nice rum coke, enjoy it. Be interesting if you have different class of people, which could happen in reality. True, true, could be interesting. But I guess those systems are also quite a bit hard to manage. That's one of the things in Foundation, that it's very nice that you have these different classes of people and stuff, but it's also, I don't know, it doesn't really, it's not like people get to a different class themselves and then you have to work with that. It's like you promote someone and then they can do a different job and you just promote the bare minimum of people. And so I think it's really hard to implement such a system that it really is a natural system where people just, I don't know, maybe we should get into a system like where somebody can be the owner of this building and then get richer and then belongs to a different class and he buys another factory or whatever. But I guess that's all very hard. All right, we have some soap and it's now already being distributed because it was already reserved. So this store should be getting the soap. So we're selling our first batch of soap. Let's see if there's other places where we can also start to sell some soap. Here we sell chicken meat, butter, cheese, smetana. I think we can get rid of the smetana because the smetana spoils really fast. And if we're just not producing it, we can sell some soap here too. That could work out. Then we have soap, at least on the basic parts of town. That would be really nice. It's yet a really nice building again. Not enough tallow, but that will come in slowly. Tallow is quite hard to come by if we have to slaughter animals for it all the time, so it can be really interesting to see if we can actually keep up with the 2 cow sheds that we have, or that we have to invest in more cows to actually do it. Ooh, potash can be sold for a very good price, so it could be beneficial to start stocking up on it. We don't have any yet, but it might be very interesting to get some potash later on. Alright, these really struggle to get to the trees and buy all the, or get all the trees for all the different products that we need. So I'm going to build another zone here to plant some extra trees in. Yeah, 116 trees. Hopefully soon they can start to cut here and then we'll have another one here. That should help out. Ah, there's been a lot of white line. Well, that's because of the update. Every new update comes with white lines and then they have to get rid of them again. I think it's something that they use in decoding to connect certain buildings so they know that all the connections are there and stuff like that. So connected to a house, connected to the market, connected to different things, and then at some point they have to remove them again or something like that. And I guess they very often forgot the white lines because usually after an update they're there and then we get a little patching up and then they're gone again. Well, and of course usually during a reload they leave, but now they will appear all the time you build it and then they will just leave. So they should probably fix that very soon. At least they usually do that. Here comes the last of these houses. It's April. And we can see that this one now has been very quickly sewn in, which is a good thing because last time it was not sewn in quickly. So that should provide us with extra food. This one is already sewn in. This farm is sewn in. This farm is already sewn in. So yeah, the farms are running well. We are also already almost out of buckwheat. Let's buy a good batch of buckwheat. But hopefully now that all the farms are sown in quickly, we can get good harvests out of them. And that should solve our food issue, because we should be producing enough. We have more white lines than a cocaine. Well, I have to say, you can sniff these lines all you want, but they're not gonna disappear. These lines are man's best friend. They'll never go away. Alright, we're getting to the Glassworks already. Cool. Do we have enough bricks? 1400. Okay, that's a good amount. We have 24,000 bricks. Oh, that should work. 90 glass, 220 glass, 200 glass. So yeah, we do need quite a bit of glass. I hope it comes in good batches, because otherwise we'll have to do a lot of work there. The Ashery is still working. We have these two foresters. We have another forester, I believe, somewhere. Or don't we? I thought we had a third one. I guess not. I guess it's time for a third forester. To really help out with tree production. Ah, here it is. Yes, see, we had a third one, but this one is also... Well, this one is very good at taking care of the trees, but... Oh, let's produce some bark here then. Let's just produce bark all over the place. That should fix things. Yeah, they're producing good bark now. All we have to do is transport it here. I guess we can now tell the wagons to also transport it. Then we should get bark in very big amounts with the wagons. Although now I'm starting to doubt. Did we already build wagons? I don't think so. Whoopsie. Oh, we'll get to wagons soon. I like this little part of town. Nice and quiet. Lots of people with big gardens. Plenty of stuff to sell here. Let's put some soap in here. Still have to get it from all over town, but that's okay. Let's check spoilage. We have some apples perishing. We have a few cowhides perishing. And 30 potatoes. Oh, I'm happy with the amount of spoilage so far. That's not a lot, so we fixed that. Still not there with these trees, of course. They will still have to grow since we switched these out to apples, but that should start to work. And this one should be working. And that should give us a lot of the hops that we actually need to keep filling the brewery here. How many hops do we have? None. So yeah, we need this big hop yard to start producing. Let's get all the people in. Let's get to work. There they come. They're a bit late in the season, but I think they can still do a good job starting to sow some of the hops. Yep, there they go. Yeah, not a lot wasted. I like it. But it's still early in the year, of course, so we'll have to check later again. But that's going well. Let's take a look at the Glassworks. It's a very big production. But most of the stuff is there. Do we have enough nails? Oh, we still have 700 nails. That's good. Can't wait to see its production again. I really want to see what this building looks like. Can start to set up a bit of the fencing already. Let's make it slightly longer. And I think we also need another warehouse here to store some of the end products, because we're not really doing that right now. And we could use a cart parking here. Uneven terrain. Yeah, of course. Things can never be easy here. Oh, we can build it right here, like this. Or like this. Yeah, like this. That should be very well serviceable. Alright, let's do it like this. Where comes this warehouse? Oh, right here for the kiln and the limestone creator. Very good. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, we need to put up some benches for the workers in this area too. But I also need to put up a few trees, so we'll do that soon. Ooh, this is nice. Well, I think they can create a very hot fire in here to burn the sand and stuff and turn it into glass. But look at the detailing. How can you not like a game like this? This is so amazing. Messenger from Merefa, we don't need anything there. This really looks great, I love it. 500 people in town. Like that too. That's great. Here comes the Glassworks. I like that all these projects are really bigger than the structures that you can build in the beginning of the game. So there really is a progression in that way. These buildings just take way longer to create. They're much bigger. I like this a lot. Hello, Kathy. I hope I pronounced your name right. If not, please correct me. Nice of you to be here. How are you today? It is a great game. You make it look easy too. Oh, thank you. It is a great game. And, well, it can be hard sometimes, especially if you run into a little issue like running out of food or things like that. But it's a lot of fun. And I guess if you make enough hours with it, it gets easier. But that's with most things. But thanks, that's nice. Alright, let's take a look as we see this trade ship go away. Sailing there smoothly. Yes, it's correct. Alright, so I now have to remember it's Kathy. Ready for Friday to begin? Technically, I'm working right now. Ooh, you're working right now. What do you do for work? And what makes it so that you have time to actually stream on the boss's time? Just assuming you have a boss, maybe you're your own boss, I don't know, because I don't know what work you do, but very nice. I like that. I want a job like that too, but I guess families won't appreciate it if I start watching streams during a funeral, so that ain't gonna happen. But I guess we're all ready for the Friday weekend. That'll be very nice. Ah, they're building the roofing now. I don't see anything else in the interior, so it's just this very big glass furnace that they have created inside. Which is nice. Ooh, and we get something on top here. Ooh, and a nice entrance here. Very good. Let's get this building up. Let's see. Still some work to do, but this last part should be the roof. So we're getting very close to the roof. Look at all these detailing. All the beams fit nicely, look very good. And now all the builders leave. I guess they're tired. And I will have to wait until they come back. And they actually finished the building with 800 planks and some nails. Come on guys, finish this. I want to see what it looks like. There we go. Alright, just the standard wooden roof that we've seen before. What's this? Ah, just a nice little extra height. White building. Ah, they also made this white. Looks nice. Okay, well, it's up. Let's see. We have to put 6 workers in there again. I think the boss caught her. Who knows? Who knows? Not enough sand to start. Well, let's make sure that people can bring in all the goods that we need. It now starts working with firewood, but I think we have plenty of charcoal. So I want this to run on charcoal. So we'll switch out the firewood and put in some charcoal. And that also gives us a good reason to build a charcoal pile here. And that's just enjoyable to have. So let's build it. So this is a nice... split screen makes it easy to work and watch at the same time. But I do have to focus away from time to time. Well, that's fine, of course. I mean, it's really nice that you have the opportunity to be here during your work. And I guess you work behind a computer, but well, feel free to share anything about what type of work you do. And if not, also fine. We get charcoal, we get potash, so we should be building our first pieces of glass. For the batch of 50 units of glass, we need 50 sand and 25 potash. We'll get the first 25 potash in, already 50 actually. We'll get some sand in, so we should be producing some glass soon. I like it. Let's see. Oh, the carter should also be able to fill this up. Not enough sand. Yeah, they'll be getting the sand. There comes the sand. Luckily, we could build a sand pit pretty close, not that far away. That's good. Here's the sand. Oh well, they're still busy getting all the goods. We'll take a look at that soon. We can still see some food issues because we're running out of buckwheat, I guess. We still have 4,000 again. Do we have potatoes? Oh, we also ran out of potatoes. We had over 8,000 after the last harvest. So I guess it's safe to say that our people are really eating like crazy. I work at a CRM administrator at a major US university. Lots of development and a bit of coding here and there. Alright, sounds interesting. Nice, nice. And I guess a total different time zone then, because it's 10 minutes to 9 here in the evening, so already very busy in the weekend. But you're still working. Feel a little bit sorry for you now because we all have free time and you're still working. But very nice that you can be here and have the time to do that. Ooh, almost 3. Almost time for Friday drinks and then go home. I don't know, will students still be busy right now, or will they all be having fun getting prepared for a nice drinking weekend? Not so sure. It's looking for laborers. Yeah, there are not a lot of people around here that live here to fill this up. I do think it's time for an extra bridge. We have a workplace here. We have a job here now, so if we can create an extra bridge here, that might help. Here it is. Oh, you've been following already, but you... well, very nice. You could call us now. School's out for the summer already. Oh, here we still have a few weeks to go, and then everybody will still have, or all the kids will still have summer holiday for like 8 weeks. Alright, this feels a bit long. Maybe we should do it like this. Yeah, this looks better, I guess. Alright, here's the extra bridge. But very nice, very nice. And I guess it might take some of the work stress off when there's no students and no urgent things that you have to get to do for them or something like that. Alright, let's see. We are producing glass windows. We are producing glassware, so that's good. We store the potash in here already, so that's working out. Alright, let's start putting glassware and glass in here. Or window glass, it's called. Window glass. We'll store 1,000 each. And I think we should put some of the... No, we don't need to put charcoal in here because they can just get it out of that pile. So why would we consider doing that? It's just that we have to get workers here to do these jobs. Ah, there's one. Very good. Guess we need to raise the money for the charcoal pit so that people will actually want to work there. Did we raise it already in these? Yeah, let's apply this to all. Now this one should pay a bit better than all the other ones too, so maybe we can get a laborer in now. Let's get a few carts. Well, maybe the students have a long time off, but she's still working, so I guess all the employees don't have a very long summer off. But like here in Holland, for the kids between 4 and 16, they have like 6 or 7 weeks summer holiday. And students have like 1 or 2 weeks longer, I guess. But we also have 6 weeks throughout the year. I don't know how that's in other countries. I mean, in total, it's like they have between 12 and 14 weeks holiday in a year. Alright, we should really solve our food issue here, because we have a big food issue. It's time, oops, for another farm. But where to put it? This could be a nice place for another farm. Right here, and then we'll build another part of town here, so we switch it over a bit. I think that could be interesting. Let's start working on a field right here. Let's see, 50 wide, and then there should still be some space. Yes, alright, so this should be good. Then we'll go like this, 25, 50, 50. Alright, that's nice. Summer is when all the big development takes place. Don't want to make a bunch of changes to recruitment platform. Yeah, I guess this is of course a very big time, because if you want to make big changes to how system works and stuff in a university, then you don't want to do that with all the students there and everything that can go wrong and all the troubles that might cause. And of course, if you do it when the students are not there, that makes sense, but then you have to do it in a couple of weeks and then it has to be ready, because then the students will come back. That makes sense. So it's actually your busy time now. Sometimes I regret streaming, because now I really just want to talk about this, but I also have to play this game. I mean, I do like this game, of course, but sometimes I'm just more interested in other things. Today was the last school day in Sweden for summer. Now they are free to mid-August. Alright, alright. Well, that's like a 2-month holiday then. Messenger from Merefa. Can we sell them something? Yes, let's sell them some salt. We need to make some money, because we don't have a lot. But this is good, like this. And now we really need to fix this food issue, so I'm just going to continue with the farm. But we also need extra cows, so let's just leave space in between here for this, so that this can really work the farms. But we can also put in a lot of cow sheds and things like that. So let's place the farm right here, and I want it done quickly. It's close to the houses, so should not have too much of a problem getting the people in. Right, it needs to be somewhere here, I guess, like this. Let's build this farm field. There's 3 more fields, and then hopefully next year we can really solve all the farming issues, because right now we just keep being short of food every now and then. In the UK, the big holiday for kids is 6 weeks, end of July till September. Ah, interesting. It's interesting to learn all these different things. I like it. But there's still a lot of big summer holidays in all these different countries. I believe most of them originate from when people had to help out on the farms, I think. Which is kind of weird, because right now I don't think anybody has to do that. So why give kids such a long break? Alright, here we are. The fields are there. Let's just build the farm and get going with it. But do you play Ostriv yourself, Kathy? And do you have enough time for that, or are you just busy with work all the time? Alright, not enough food variety. They have apples, they have buckwheat, they just don't have potatoes. We also apparently have no flour anymore. We also have no wheat. So we really need to start stocking up on some goods. And we need fish. We don't have fish. Although every now and then we can see that people do get the food variety that they need. So apparently there are different things on the market. Very chill and enjoyable. Yeah, very chill and enjoyable. I like it so much. This is such a nice game. Right, the barber surgeon is doing a good job, has a nice income. He just needs some food. Luckily, we're getting very close to the harvesting season again. Ah, they started. Perfect. They started harvesting. This should bring in all the foods that we need right now. Guess it depends to what school you send them to, Roadhog. Right, let's go store some quicklime, some lime, and some... Yeah, what else should we... Here we have quicklime, here we have quicklime and lime. Alright. Well, let's store 5,000 of each, so that at least we have plenty. And we have a storage, so why not? Let's do so. Waiting for another sowing season, but it appears that we have 1,400 hops in store now. So we actually have some hops, which is good. We can really use them to start brewing some alcohol. So we get enough alcohol now, or at least we should be able to. And yeah, most of the food... Oh, here's still some food issues. Okay. They have a store here in this building. Maybe it's time for another store set up here with a granary and different types of food. And maybe we can buy and sell some foods from the locals. And make sure that we redistribute that around town. That could be something. Let's get going with that. We'll do this fencing this time. I'm just going to build some fencing here. Like this. And then I want to fit a granary here. Yes, like this. Let's continue with the fencing so that it's big enough. There's no need for an opening behind the granary. We can leave another opening here, then continue like this. We'll leave an opening here too, so that people really can get in. And this can be another marketplace, and we can make some trees and stuff in there too. Alright, this is the market. Let's see, we should sell apples, buckwheat, firewood, and I guess potatoes in this one, so at least we know we sell the basics. Then here we can sell all the clothing stuff. Clothing, shoes, warm clothing, and some salts. It's always good. And then in this one we should sell a few things that we can buy from our from the locals. And that should also help with the food issue, I guess. The city building began with Caesar 3, got hooked on Banished. Yeah, that Banished is nice. But that's a little bit more about survival. This is about just the chill vibe of building a nice town, and I like this best. But that's personal, of course. Everybody can have their own things that they like, and less and more and things like that. Alright. I think we need to put in a gazebo this time. Just for the fun of it, so people can really chillax and sit in a gazebo. And maybe we can place one here too. Does it fit? Yes, it fits. Perfect. Let's put some trees by the entrances, so that people know that they actually get into a nice zone here. And then we'll place a birch tree here, so no, it doesn't fit. Alright. Alright, let's create a little firewood setting in here. Or fireplace setting. There people go. Let's put 2 big trees next to it. Some nice bushes for some color variation. And that's it. How much, for example, charcoal do you have at the trader? I think I have 10,000 charcoal at the trader because you can sell that in good amounts. I have some salt in there and I have some orilka in there for sales. I don't know if we actually have orilka ourselves in town. Now, yeah, we still have 1,700, but this is all I'm trying to sell right now, not that much. So, yeah. But a lot of charcoal because it's easy to create and we can get good prices with it in the Katje, so that's good. Well, I mean, it's not how many hours you put into it, it's how much fun and stuff you get out of it. And if you get a lot of fun out of it and you just enjoy it and you play for 10 minutes or like 10,000 hours, why care about it as long as you have fun with it? Messenger from Paniutin. Ah, there we can buy window glass, which goes for a very high price. We're not going to buy it, but we can. We can also buy some mead here, and we're not producing it ourselves, so let's buy some. Can we also sell some goods here? Well, we have some to spare. No beer yet. But, yeah, this is all not going out for sales. We have no clothing. We have a few pieces of work. Did we run out of clothing? Yeah, we did. We did get hemp. And we have flax, so they should be able to make clothing, but apparently we ran out. So our little clothing industry is also not getting... Oh, there's nobody in the tailor. Why is that? Ah, we have 2 tailors now. Alright, well that should do the trick. Hopefully that extra tailor will do the job. Apparently we did not put people in it, but now we did. Is Tanner busy? Yep, very busy tanning. That's good. Let's take a look at our food supply. We have 7,000 apples. That's good. We have 2,600 buckwheat and still incoming. 4,000 potatoes and still a lot incoming. We have a bit of wheat and still incoming, but we do need a lot more wheat to feed all our animals. The thing is, we are feeding our chickens some wheat, but they can also just live from the buckwheat and the linseed. So let's get rid of this. So they don't eat our wheat, that it's way too scarce to do that with. People are running naked in the streets. I don't think so. Not gonna check, by the way. Let's connect this to this farm and set it up for next year. So that we can really get going with some extra food. Basically buckwheat, potatoes and wheat, because that's what we need to keep all the food up. I think we can try to order some oxen and get plowing going. Let's take a look here. How are we? Alright, we can turn you into an ox. We can turn you into an ox. That's 1 plow. That's 2 plows. Basically, we have enough with 2 plows, but let's get 3 this time. 1 and 2. Alright, so we get 3 plows. We can take that into account. Now the problem is we are already creating the plows, but we're not getting all the resources in, so we can't feed them yet. So let's make haste with that. Yeah, we are able to hire men now, that's fine. I think we should also build a little well here. Just for the water supply. Oh, let's build it on this side. There we go. Come on, gather some food, people. Supply for oxen. There they go. Water. And food, please. We also need a big hay barracks here. To store that, we need to create some hay, actually. Uneven terrain. I don't like to see the word uneven terrain. Let's see, we can also just build it somewhere here. Yeah, this is a good place. There we go. Yeah, that's if you have plenty of laborers, that it doesn't need to be all in the trader. They can just get it there quickly. That's true, but I just like to have it in there already so that we're prepared. All right, let's start setting this up. All 6 of them. Buckwheat, potatoes. Buckwheat, potatoes. Buckwheat and a fallow field. Then we'll make this one the fallow field. We're just going to do it completely different. Buckwheat, potatoes. No, this needs to be buckwheat, buckwheat, potatoes. Buckwheat, potatoes. And buckwheat. Oh, but yeah, there we get the same thing, but that's okay. And then here we start with buckwheat, potatoes. Buckwheat, potatoes. Buckwheat, and we'll leave this one fallow. That should do the trick with these 3 fields. That should provide quite a good amount of food. Now we'll need more wheat. We should be able to just do wheat, and then a fallow field. But we'll have to switch that around a bit to get all the different... To always get 2 fields with just wheat. And maybe we can switch it with another good 2. Yeah, we can, with some buckwheat. So we'll do wheat and buckwheat, just to have some extra. And here we also do wheat and buckwheat. Let's activate all the fields, so next year they'll be used. And I can see that we've been a bit late with the food, so one of the oxen died, so we have to transfer an oxen from here into there. We don't have one in here, but we can make one in here. Alright, let's just drag it in here, and that should fix the problem. Here comes the 3rd plow. The food is in there, so that works. We have the extra farm. Next year, no more food issues, I hope. At least it should work, but we'll see. I wonder how the Glassworks is doing. Here it is. Did we produce some glass? We have some window glass and we have glassware. Not enough potash, which is the issue in here, I think. Because of this, because of the soap. Now we have plenty of lye in here. So as soon as this one starts to stock up on all the lye, we should be creating some potash. Now, every time this produced enough, the lye will be produced here or put here in here, and we're not producing enough lye to actually start creating the potash. Interesting. So we'll just have to wait until this one fills up to 1,000, so we have some to spare for the soap maker, and then we can start to really create some potash. Can they already use these trees? Yeah, ready to cut, 34. But they're still busy planting this. Okay. Well, soon they should be able to just chop down these trees. And that should save them a lot of time. Yeah, there they go. They're now chopping these trees. That saves them a good amount of time. So that's a good thing. Do we still have enough firewood? 16,000. Yeah, we're really starting to get a bit short in the wood products. So hopefully this helps to clear things up. We're really destroying all these trees quickly, but we need to step up in our wood production. That's clear now. What's this? Sowing season is over. Okay. Soil is exhausted. Well, that's why we get a fallow field next year, so don't worry about it. Oh, this one is filled up. Alright, so we need a cart parking next to this one so that it can transport its goods a lot faster. Let's build that straight away along with the hay barracks and a well. And then we can soon start to work on this row house because now we have the window glass for it. That should be nice. That should be nice. So the town is taking some shape. It's getting bigger and bigger. Still have not completely solved the food issues. Ah, we can see that now they're really creating some honey in their houses again. Up until now, not a lot of houses would get honey anymore. And all of a sudden now a few actually start to produce some honey. That's nice. Ah, we ran out of iron. That went fast then. Let's start setting up this granary. Apples. Buckwheat. Let's see. Flour. I know salt. No, we don't need to put salt in here, by the way. They can take that from the one. Apples, buckwheat, firewood, potatoes, and clothing. We also don't have to put clothing in here. Oh, well, then we can put the salt in here, so they don't have to walk that far for it. Let's see. We can do 2,000 apples, because we have plenty of apples. We can do 1,500 buckwheat. We don't have that much now, but we'll get more later. We can do the same with the potatoes. Only 500 flour because we don't have that much. And also the salt we don't put in that much. But now we can add a few goods that we can buy from the locals. Like cabbage, carrots, garlic. Let's just pick 4. I don't know. I don't really care which ones. But it's just nice to try. Let's do marrow. They can buy those from the locals in nice amounts. And then we can redistribute them around town. That would be very nice. Oh, we need to put in an extra 0 here. Yep, there we are. Alright, Cooper. Take care. Have a great weekend. Hope to see you next time again. Thanks for joining up. Alright, we're buying carrots and garlic. So we have cabbage, carrots, garlic, and marrow. Cabbage, carrots, garlic, and marrow. Now this should at least help to solve our food issues for the food variety. Because from now on, it should all be good. Let's put workers in here. Yeah, there we are. So they're now selling all the goods here, so these don't have to walk that far. This family needs a little bit of financial help, but they've bought a lot of stuff. This is a typical Western family. They just bought everything and then ran out of money. They should not be doing that. But luckily, now we are selling some nice amounts of food. Yeah, actually selling lots of garlic, carrots. Always depends on what they've sown into the land, of course. So these have sown in cucumbers. We're not buying those yet, so that's a thing. But oops, complete game crash. Let me reload. I hope everybody can still hear me, of course. Let's put this screen up. Game crashed. I don't know why, but that's usually what happens every now and then when we have a new update running. It's already reloading, so hopefully that works soon. Luckily we have the auto save. It is from 3 minutes ago, so should not be that bad. Here we are. Let's go back to here so I can make you guys and girls see it. Here we are, back with our little town. Unfortunately, most of the things we've set up here are not working yet. So we'll have to do this again. We'll have to put in the marrow. And then let's set all of this up to 1,000. Usually happens when there's new updates out that you get a few more crashes than usual. But that should be fixed in 1 or 2 little patches. Here we are at least. Let's get this going. And there we are. This is all good now. And now we just have to set this up again. Cabbage, carrots, marrow, and garlic. There we are. Time for some communism. Yeah, it's unusual to get these crashes, but they happen especially soon after some of the updates come out. And of course, this is a lot bigger update with the new industries in it and things like that. Then they do happen every now and then. So I would not be too worried about it. Usually they get fixed quickly. I also read in the release notes that they've made some optimization work and they did some back-end work and some work with different processors and stuff. And usually when they start working on that, they have to do a little bit of tweaking later on to actually make it work smoothly. So I'm not surprised. This is just what happens. It'll be fine. I mean, we've played for like 1 hour and 20 minutes before the first crash show. We'll deal with it. Alright, this looks nice. Lots of mills in there though, but that's okay. I guess we could build a few hay dryers here to grow some of our own hay in this area. Probably not right now. Yeah, it's not a mowing season, it's November, but that should be fine. And we can start to set up 2 extra cow sheds now. In order to start producing a bit more cows and milk, which can really help out in making the tallow and things that we need for the soap and stuff. How many bridges have you had to rebuild? Hello Julie, by the way. Nice of you to be here. I hope all is well. I have not rebuilt any of the bridges. They're using them all. We've built 1 extra bridge, or well, at least it's still in the process of being built in a little bit. But we have not been rebuilding any bridges. Have you? By the sounds of it, you have. So please enlighten us. What happened and why did you have to rebuild some bridges? Alright, let's take a look at our perished food. Still only 100 apples, 120 chicken meat, 35 cow hides. Quite a few potatoes spoiled, so apparently we're not getting them out quick enough. I do think, yeah, most places do have the potatoes in them, so we still have to just get them out enough. Now this could really help, the fact that we have the extra granary here to just bring the potatoes out everywhere. That could really help. Also putting a few extra workers in there to get all the goods in here could work out. But are the people walking through the mounds that the former bridges created? Oh, because I've been reading up on it. They changed it. So right now, or beforehand, I have to say, if you build a bridge, the bridge would change the landscape, and it would lower or raise it so that the bridge would be straight and they could walk. And now they've changed that. So if there's a slope on the other side, the bridge should just have the slope with it too. So the bridge should go up and down. But I guess there is a little issue with that. Ah, yeah, that can be harsh. Well, we can see right here that this bridge is going up a little bit now. That wasn't it. It wasn't like that before. But yeah, all the bridges are still being used, so that's no problem. Although, well, they're slightly moving through the land here, but that's okay. But it's one of the new features they've added. with the bridges. So now the landscape won't go up and down, but the bridge will actually move up or down, which is nice. It's a nice addition to what it was, but I guess it comes with a few flaws that they still have to work on. But very sorry to hear that you had to spend a whole in-game year to fix the bridges. That's a long time in this game. Alright, this one is stocked up, but we can see a lot of carts coming in. I like how they created their own some sort of square here. That's cool. Let's just hope we can get all the goods around. Yeah, this one is starting to slowly get some goods in. We still need loads more people. It's December. There's no way why we have so many open vacancies. I don't know why. What I am going to do is I'm going to get a few people out of these, because this doesn't have enough to start production anyway. So why have all these people in there? We'll just leave 3 in there. Not enough bark to start. So yeah, it's not really smart to have all those people in there while they can do another job. If we really get up to a point where we have need for the extra people, we can put them in. Yeah, it's really a lot of game time. But I expect in like a week or two, most of those bugs are already fixed again by the developers, because they are really quickly with that. And they have a nice community that gives them all those, or tells them about all those little things anyway. So that should be fixed soon. But of course, right now in your game, that doesn't help you. So how's this granary functioning? It's okay. We still have a market stall not in use, so we can also start to buy up some goods here. So let's buy up some cucumber. We'll do a few things that we have not bought yet. Horseradish, pumpkins, and raspberries. And then we can redistribute these two and make sure that we really get all the food out. There we go. Let's start selling them here. Cucumbers, horseradish, pumpkins, and raspberries. All right, there we go. Couldn't accept them walking through the land. Ah, yeah, that one. Once they start tearing down a bridge, they'll leave the materials laying there, and they're not really programmed to make use of those materials first. They will just go to another warehouse and get the goods that they want, so they can be laying around there for hours and hours. I know that, so yeah, that's an issue. But, well, I don't really mind them walking through this. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna bother my time trying to fix that. But I can get, if you're just playing for yourself and having a lot of fun with this game, that you want everything to be perfect, so but it shows a lot of dedication that you took the time to actually fix all those issues, so that's very good, very good. Sorry about that. Forgot I turned my microphone on while I still had a drink in my mouth. Here we are. Yeah, they're finally taking out the last bits of potato. Still have some flax in there. We now have some clothing to spare again, 180, so that did work out. We are now actually producing a surplus of clothing again. Really happy with that. We still have 3,500 buckwheat. We still have 5,000 or almost 6,000 potatoes. So that also did work. We're doing better and better with the food. It will just take a bit more time. We need stones, and we're out of stones. So apparently all the stone that is on the map is already being collected. No reachable stone deposits. There we go. So we need to start buying some stone. Ah, you were building the new industries too. What's your opinion about the new industries? I'm just going to try and stay silent and not give my opinion and just listen to yours. Well, let's move this over because we can't build it until the trader comes in with stone. So that might take some time. I have to say that this map is actually quite big. If we consider that we've just built on this part, there's still plenty of space. We already have over 500 people in this town. I was a bit disappointed not to get a bakery. Yeah, I get your drift. I get your drift. I also think that there's a few things that they could add to the game that will make more sense than trying to get an Ashery and a Glassworks at this point. And something like a bakery to actually make something of the flour we produce would make sense. I mean, these are very nice industries and I like it a lot, but I think there's a few things they could just add to the game that make more sense in where the game is now. But I guess all is focused on the row houses. A lot of people love the row houses, and now you have to get glass for the row houses, and it does make building those houses feel more complete now that you have to actually get glass to make those houses. But well, there might be some more basic things like a bathhouse, public toilets, I don't know, things like that. That could add something to the basic needs of people in the game that they're not getting fulfilled right now. And we do get something like a soap factory. Yeah, it makes them even more expensive. That's true. They did not make it cheaper. Although the industries to create are actually not that expensive. I mean, only 2,200 bricks for such a big building as the Glassworks. Only 1,500 for the Soapworks. And if you start building a row house, it's already 8,000 for the smallest one. So they did numb down on the brick, so that's good. We could definitely use a theater. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we could still use. And I really hope we will get things like a high school and stuff, but also some more stuff in the health department, a children's daycare, things like that. Some extra decorations, or that you can easily make variations to things, or I don't know, maybe different coloring options. So if you place a bench, you can either make it white or light brown or dark brown or whatever. Things like that. That could add a little flavor to a town. But still, very happy with this game. Here comes a little bridge. All the resources are collected. We have only one metal part. Oops, that's an issue. We need plenty of metal parts. Here's my smithy. Oh, it should be producing metal parts. Alright. Messenger from Darkachi. There we go. Let's sell some charcoal, make some extra money. We can sell some horilka here. Let's just do 1,000 one time just for the extra money. That's it. Yeah, it is. It is the best town building game, getting better and better. It's just so lovely. Although I really wish we could have a map generator or some really different maps and things like that. So to try out really some different play styles or something like that. And especially one where you can have some influence over what resources are in it and whatnot. Alright, we still have flax. We have 300 clothing now, so it is really working out with the clothing. I like that. All the houses are occupied. We have no free space, so need to invest in some houses soon. Ooh, can we buy stone from their Kachi? I totally forgot. No. Okay, so we'll have to wait because we really need to get some stone. Yeah, that's true, Kevin. Very true, very true. And because the initial idea that they had with this game was really good, and they're just sticking with it and building it. There's a lot of people asking for modding tools and things like that, but that will create non-historic towns, and one of the things the developers are creating is a historic Ukrainian town. So I like it that they just stick with it, and that we can just do with all the buildings that they make from archives and that are historically accurate. I like it. Alright, we also need some nails now. So there's another issue in town. Do we have enough charcoal? Yeah, we have enough iron too, so we are really creating everything. We just need to up the production. Well, we were out of iron for a while. So let's make sure we stock up on some iron and go easy with all the building, because we are using a lot of nails in all the different buildings. Well, we know your crystal ball is always right, so that should be good news to us. Very interesting. Ah, the gazebo is ready in our little new market area here, so people can now sit in the gazebo. Very nice. They're actually getting in. They also have some stuff to sell, although not from the locals anymore. They've already redistributed that. Very nice. Well, all looks well. With the extra farm, we should be producing better amount of food this year. I think we will soon start to invest in an extra smithy and some extra ways to make money. But I am actually going to cut this stream a little bit short because it's really warm inside the room I am in now, and I have not prepared this room for the warmth today, so I did not manage to keep it cool because I was at work, and I'm starting to get a little headache. And of course I want to be back Sunday streaming, so we're just going to cut this one a little short. Very sorry about it, but it is what it is. So thank you all very much for being here. Thanks, Kati, for the joining up. Kathy, I hope you have a nice day at work. You do great work at the university, so keep it up. And hopefully we can see you another time as well. Have a great weekend, everyone. And if it's warm in your area too, please make sure that you drink enough and stay healthy. I'll be back Sunday evening with another stream. And it was amazing again. Just lots of fun. Meeting nice people. So thanks a lot. And see you all next time. Bye bye.